Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering why there's yet another Three Hopes video when it seemed that the last one would probably be the end of it. And in most cases, it probably would. However, there are a couple of things still left to see to. And to start us off, we have a paralogue that I was not able to see on my previous attempt at the Blue Lions route. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to go through the whole shebang again, but I have been... Well, I started a New Game Plus mode from my Scarlet Blaze run, still on Maddening just to make it interesting, but the goal was simple. To unlock and play the paralogue for the man, the meme, the legend, Gatekeeper. Because why the hell is he playable? Because he can be. Why would he not be playable? I mean, we memed him into oblivion way back when, so why the hell not? So, I have no idea if I'll be able to handle this. I did get the Gatekeeper up to level 60, and made sure to get his Master Class, so he should at least be able to take the best that, well, gold can buy. We'll see if that actually works out for the best, as I had a lot of trouble with Arval's paralogue, but you know what? We'll see if we can get it done. No pressure.
Greetings, Commander. Nothing to report.
Hey there. Must be hard work just standing here all day, huh?
Oh, not at all. I've been doing it for years now, so I'm very much used to it.
Hey, that's right. You were the gatekeeper back at Garreg Mach, too.
Yes, he was.
Yes, that's where we first met 2 years ago. But so much has happened since then.
Indeed.
Strange times for you, too?
The strangest. When Garreg Mach fell, I honestly had no idea what I would do. But when I see all of you fighting day in and day out, well, it makes me realize how peaceful my time at the monastery truly was.
I guess it was pretty nice, all things considered.
I mean, not to say a lot didn't happen during your time there. Oh goodness, no. Students were attacked by bandits and brigands, a missing student was rescued from evildoers, Tomas fled the academy.
Yeah, a lot happened.
And on top of it all, we had the incident with the mock battle trespasser.
You mean the thing I did?
Indeed, it was truly unprecedented. But we all had a good laugh at the end.
Yeah, folks still give me a hard time about that. It was on a day like today, actually. Calm weather, a lazy afternoon.
Oh? Is this a different thing? I'm very curious now.
You're lost again, aren't you?
Probably.
Can you get off my back for 1 second? I thought this was a shortcut to the monastery.
Well, it's not. It's not even the right direction. We're so far afield, I'll be surprised if we ever see Garreg Mach again.
Wait, I hear voices. This must be the right way.
You're not listening to me at all, are you?
Would you?
Of course I am, but just look through here and... Huh?
Now what might this be? Oh, we're playing as Shez? That makes things easy. Let me switch him back over to his unique class instead of me working on completionist nonsense. Didn't expect to have Shez here. Oh, that makes this much easier since that, well, he's maxed out and everything. I've got all the good stuff today. Also, oh right, I gave you the Blue Lions dancers because I was working on your dancer class as well. Alright, steal those from Felix. Alright, is there anything else I need to mess with? Set abilities. Well, it looks like we're pretty much good besides that. Alright, let's get in there.
Strange. Could have
Ooh.
sworn I heard someone just now.
Wait, Ferdinand, what?
I was led to believe he would not be participating today. Perhaps the church granted the man a special dispensation.
Wait, what's Ferdinand doing here? Oh, right! Today's the mock battle.
Oh?
So I guess this is the battlefield? Wow, I'm totally lost.
I see you have taken the side of the enemy. Very well. Expect no mercy from me.
Well, unfortunately for you, Dark
Just trying
Spikes.
to find... Guess I'm not talking my way out of this one.
No, you're not. Wait.
I do not have my hands full already. But perhaps the enemy of my enemy is a friend.
Wait, why is Ash here?
What's the move here? I guess it would be better to take out the stronger one first.
Oh no, are we basically just gonna come in and ruin everything? Is this the whole shtick? How is this a Gatekeeper paralogue?
I'm done.
Excuse me while I go retrieve this. I might need it later.
Very well. In that case, I shall take you on myself.
I am very confused as to why this is happening. What, did you... Is this chapter 1 from 3 Houses or something? And everybody's their masterclass?
But I won't lose like this.
Well, to be fair, this is after 2 New Game Plus routes, so they probably scaled it accordingly. For Shez, at least.
You're fighting against all 3 houses? What's going on here?
Good question! This is dumb. This is so dumb.
What are you wondering about? Focus on the battle in front of you.
Wait, what did I just get hit by?
Forgive me, Your Highness. I must retreat.
Dark Spikes.
The golden deer will not lose, for they have me.
Disagree. Hard disagree. Blue Line's best house, first of all. Although Ash didn't put up a good... Well, he put up an okay fight, I guess. Jeez. They did properly scale this. I'm gonna regret not having Gatekeeper higher, aren't I? Because he's only level 60. Oh, geez. You've got that move, too? Oh, boy. I really should have checked to see what I had for... What's it called? I really should have checked to see what I have as far as Gatekeeper's weapon is. I'm pretty sure he's got the Spear of Assault, so it'll probably be fun. You're just now figuring this out. Alright, of course Lawrence is the difficult one because, well, Dark Knight. Bam! Ooh, Combat Art Pot. Nice.
Oh, the absurdity of it all.
So what else am I up against? I'm seeing a lot of different stuff here. Who's on the field? So we've got Leone there as a Great Knight. Alright, so Claude's up there. So we've got Claude, Dimitri, Nadelgard there. Oh man, this is going to be interesting to watch unfold. Looks like on the periphery we've got Caspar, Leone, and Felix.
I never even got the chance to explain.
That mercenary is not supposed to be here. Or am I misremembering how this works?
Oh boy.
It'd be a bit boring to call off the battle now. Why don't we join forces against our new foe?
Oh.
3 classes against 1 highly skilled mercenary. I like it.
Wait, what? Why? Why? Why is everybody fighting? What? Why would you...
Okay, I know this is my fault, but come on.
We'll see who the real mercenary is.
Me. I have Dark Spikes. You don't.
Is reminding me of the captain. What style? What poise?
Oh, jeez. Calm down.
Had a captain. Not sure who it would be though. My father, maybe?
Oh, jeez.
I'm lost. Looks like it's time for me to hit the training grounds.
I just realized I probably should have put something else in instead of Swift Slice. Actually, it'll depend on what class Claude is.
Show me what you've got.
Okay. How about an I win button? I've got that. That didn't expose much for long. Okay. Can't tell what class Felix is yet. He could be Mortal Savant, he could be Sword Master. This Caspar is relatively straightforward. So why was Shez not allowed into the mock battle? What, because he's actually a trained mercenary with proper battle experience?
Really all you got? 'Cause I'm just getting started. It's time to bring the juice.
I'm so convinced.
Actually, never mind. What a strange fighting technique. I wonder where it comes from.
So does everybody else in the fandom. Alright, that's one down.
This is like fighting a brick wall. Better cut my losses and pull back.
Another one down. Sorry, Felix.
That's all I can manage today. But you'll be mine next time, I swear it.
I'm sure. Okay, this is going well.
That was close, but I'm glad it's finally
over. Yeah, looks like I spoke too soon.
Now you've got everybody else on your tail. Yay!
Third wave, move in.
Third one. This is so dumb. This is so incredibly dumb. I should have chosen a different battalion.
Next one.
So how is this a gatekeeper paralog exactly?
Cover me, please. I'm going in.
Sorry to do. Dark spikes. Oh, you withstood that. You actually withstood that. How dare you? Have an I win button. Well, the Doom probably is. Wait, he's not done yet after that? Okay, I'm impressed. Dark spikes. Okay, so Mercedes is Gremory. Got it.
Apologies, Your Highness. And best of luck.
Why is this a thing? Also, how's this a Gatekeeper paralog again? When does Gatekeeper step in, if he does step in at all? Dark spikes. You're a magic class, but that's okay. I'll just make the most of it. What, is the Gatekeeper the final boss or something? A souped up Gatekeeper or something? What is this? I'm not sure where they go with this, honestly. Alright, another one down.
Oh, dear.
Alright, now the Empire. Actually, wait, that's the Alliance, right? Yeah, Ignatz. Dark spikes.
I need you, Ignatz. You can't do this alone.
You need me?
Wait, why did you get Freikugel?
Let's go.
Felix didn't get... Actually, wait, I wouldn't know if he had the Aegis Shield, never mind. Why do you have Freikugel? Probably just for game balance, but what? Why? Dark spikes. What, it's fun to say, don't look at me like that. This is so dumb. I'm kind of glad that I did Maddening mode without New Game Plus for the Blue Lines route, because blazing through the reach here was... Yeah, because blazing through up to this point was a little... Well, it was... Well, okay, yes, it was boring. Hey, you approach me, you suffer the consequences. It's that simple. Alright, and because you're just Ignatz and have low defense...
Tougher than a battle-hardened mercenary.
Oh, hi, Monica. And Hubert, two magic users.
Make sure to protect me, Hubert.
How about no? Surprised Monica's here, though.
I will be behind you, so be sure to take cover whenever appropriate.
Oh boy. How about this? Oh wait, I have to deal with the house leaders next, don't I?
Some mischievous aim in coming here? Is that merely my imagination?
I don't know, you asked. Why are you asking that for? Unfortunately for you, yes I will. That's gonna knock both of you out, isn't it? And if not, Monica has the stun gauge open, and doesn't matter, yay.
Barge into our battle and proceed to cut us all down like
So when's Gatekeeper show up, though?
I'll never be able to show my face around Lady Edelgard again.
Oh, calm down, Simp.
Looks like it's down to us, shall we?
Yes, let's. It will be good for the three of us to work together.
Indeed. Let's go.
Alright. Dark spikes.
No need for us to hold back, right, Edelgard?
Not sure it will make a difference, but yes, let's give this foe everything we have.
Interesting that they have time for the mock battle.
Serious for a mock battle.
Oh yeah, Dimitri's gonna be a problem, isn't he? Huh, Claude is on his wyvern. Okay, in that case, I'll need to... Edelgard's even more fired up. Oh god.
Alliance is going quite well. Whether it's enough to win is another story.
Oh boy. Why is this a thing?
It's not like you to despair. We need all of us at our best if we're to emerge victorious.
Don't worry, Dimitri. I'll hold nothing back.
Unfortunately, you're probably gonna be the first one to fall.
Won't mean a thing if I'm not still standing when the battle's over.
Still giving generic dialogue, huh?
There's a monster right behind you. Hey, it was worth a shot.
Really? That trick again?
Get off, Claude.
Oh, this is a good way to bookend
The
this.
extent of your power.
Have this. Dark spikes. Whoa, crap, what was that damage? All of a sudden. Oh god, what was all that damage all of a sudden? Well, so much for S ranking this. Might have to actually use an elixir. What, did it burn through all the motivation I built up from doing the usual shenanigans?
Well, couldn't hurt.
Alright, you know what?
Skills as a warrior to the test. Stronger the opponent, the better.
Yeah, I'd actually be fine with a weaker one, but you do you.
No, I am not letting you hit me with Night Dealer, Dimitri.
Defeat.
Just like I thought. I'm no match for you in straight-up combat.
Well, isn't that why you've got the rest of us here? Wait, is that Falling Star? Well, as long as it's sitting over there and not over here, we should be fine. Alright, now I just gotta deal with Dimitri. This was always gonna be the hard part. Yeah. English, do you speak it?
It's been a long time since I've had such a thrilling battle.
Look at that damage percent, holy crap. 50% damage alone, that would be tough. Oh well, I should have enough to deal with this, assuming you don't hit me with Atrocity. Which, to be fair, you could actually probably get away with. Alright, I've got enough I-win buttons to win this the rest of the way, so it should be fine. Oh, and there's a combat art pot over there if I need it. Actually, just in case something crazy happens, let's go grab that.
Here it comes! Take this! You're done!
That's it?
The Blue Lions are defeated. Well done.
I didn't even need to level up Gatekeeper this whole time. Seriously? Seriously?
The three of them together were a sight to behold.
Is it really okay that I won? I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for this later.
Oh boy. Well, if there was a decrease in motivation from all that, I guess it's not in play anymore. I could have just dealt with it at any time, without concern. Okay.
I hate to say it, but you really showed us what's what out there.
I wasn't certain what would happen when you arrived, but you gave us as much as we could handle. It proved to be a fine test for us all.
Still, 3 houses laid to waste single-handedly. I hope word of this doesn't get out, or we'll never be able to show our faces again.
You seem terribly powerful for a simple mercenary. Is there more to you than meets the eye?
Not that I know of. I'm just your run-of-the-mill sellsword. But I've been swinging a sword for as long as I can remember, so I guess I've got a trick or 3 up my sleeve that you weren't ready for. Honestly, it would have been kinda sad if I couldn't hold my own against a couple of Academy kids.
These aren't just a couple of Academy kids, though.
We are not some amateurs fresh from the classroom. All 3 of us have experienced the horrors of live combat, yet you still outclassed us. So please do not downplay your skills. It only adds to our embarrassment.
Yeah, it's sort of shocking that the 3 of us together couldn't put up more of a fight. Maybe we should try to develop better chemistry. There might come a time when we're forced to band together in a real battle after all.
Okay, cute game.
You say that like you know something we don't. What could the Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance do together? Take on Almyra's main force, perhaps?
It's purely hypothetical, I promise. Still, what's wrong with the idea? Don't you have any interest in fostering friendship between our regions?
I didn't say I was opposed to the idea.
Nor I. In truth, it would be good for us to be able to work together effectively.
You folks seem to get along pretty well. I think Fodlan's got peaceful days ahead with the 3 of you in charge.
Well, Shez would think that. I don't know about, well.
Of course, that means less work for me, which I'm not completely wild about.
Oh, I'm confident there will still be a need for mercenaries during such tranquil times.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm gonna keep my sunny disposition and assume we'll all end up the best of friends. Speaking of, I think this is the perfect opportunity for a little celebration. Let's all sit down for a meal together without any of that messy house or allegiance stuff to complicate it.
That's a fine idea. In fact, I think we should come together in that fashion on a more consistent basis.
And then everything went to shit.
I'm sure the monastery staff wouldn't mind, so long as our fate doesn't get too out of hand.
I can get behind that idea. But before we depart, there is one other matter that needs to be settled.
Uh-oh.
I imagine people will be asking you for an explanation of what happened here today. I think we should come up with a cover story.
Fair enough.
Now this will be a true test for our fledgling alliance. I didn't expect it to come so soon, but here we are.
Hopefully we'll be more coordinated than we were in the battle against our friend here.
My, this is fascinating. All three of them seem to have their own little secrets tucked away beneath their amicable dispositions. But they're right about one thing. If they can remain on friendly terms, peace is all but assured.
I guess that's it then. I'm kind of surprised that the gatekeeper himself wasn't required for that. It was just merely, well, the starting point. But then again, it's not as if he would be leaving his post for anything. Though it's kind of amusing to play him in, well, to use him in battle, because if you have him dismount as a mounted class or have him as a soldier, he'll just blow a horn and bring a bunch of other gatekeepers to just charge in. It's really stupid to watch him fight. It's good fun. So, either way, that's one thing that needs to be seen to with this video. The next thing is something that's tucked away a little bit. Let me just make a save real quick, just in case I want to keep doing this as a completionist run. Although I might have to dip into a couple other things, because apparently getting all the battalions counts, and, well, is something important that needs to be done, and I can't do that with this current save, because there's a couple of battalions at Arval's Paralogue, unless I let that be a route where I take out Byleth, but still, you get the point. Still, there is one last thing to see to, and it's not technically going to be seen to in-game, because when you go into the voice lines and go down below, assuming that you have every character brought to, well, I think Shez needs to be brought to level 120, but if the rest are brought to level 80, at least the ones with heartfelt letters, you can look at them in here instead of go through all the effort of replaying the final battles over and over and over again. So, I could go through that effort of bringing everyone to level 80, or cheese my way through by just throwing all the money I have at Scarlet Blaze at the problem until eventually I unlock everyone there, and then eventually work my way through the remainder in the Blue Lions route. Or I could just go look up a video that does it all for me, so give me 1 second and we will go start that video up. Alrighty, so the video that we'll be looking at this has pretty much all of them pretty much laid out already, so this is coming from YouTuber FazFaz, who already compiled everything, so we just have to watch and observe, and we'll see what all is tucked away in here. We've only looked at 6 of them thus far through our adventures, so let's see what remains.
What an adventure we've had. Hard to believe it all started with one little dust-up in the woods. We've seen each other through so many battles, and yet I know we've got a lot more to go. Chances are I'll stay and fight for this place, but don't hold it against me if I slip away from time to time for an adventure of my own. And while my future isn't set in stone, I know one thing for certain. Right here, right now, this is where I live and breathe.
Alright, so it's pretty much the same with female Shez. I'm just looking at the thumbnails real quick. So yeah, I'm assuming that one is one that's unlocked if you don't give the Merce whistle to anyone. Although I can also listen to it independently. And yeah, relatively straightforward for Shez. Let's see what the rest have to say for themselves. I'm not going to worry too much about the ones that have already unlocked. We'll just focus, well, I guess we'll just listen to all of them back to back just for fun.
Here we stand at long last. And with your help, we have secured a historic victory. But while the war must go on, I must tell you something from the very depths of my heart. Thank you for being a pillar of strength to us all. Thank you for carrying us this far. I know I will look to you again in the days to come, for I can no longer imagine an empire without you.
Yeah, pretty much what you'd expect from Edelgard, because this is how she sees Byleth when in the Three Houses timeline, when you go Crimson Flowers, so yep, that makes sense to me.
Ours was a long and grueling battle, and I doubt I'd have seen it through to the end alone. Mere words fail to express just how reassuring it feels to have you by my side. But perhaps it's best for me to postpone such sentiments, seeing as the rest of the war still remains to be fought. For now, let me simply say that I am thankful to have you, and hope with all my heart that you choose to stay in the kingdom.
I don't see any reason why Shez wouldn't stay in the kingdom during the Azure Gleam routes, and yeah, it does still tap into the ambiguity that's left in each route, which is annoying, but at the same time, Azure Gleam is probably the most definitive given that the Empire will fall under the circumstances we see. Those who slither in the dark have been curtailed, and it's just a matter afterward of resolving things with Claude with however he wants to deal with the Central Church. And to be fair, I suspect that they'll probably go the reformist route given Dimitri's own attitude. So it's easy to intuit where things go from Azure Gleam, well, much easier than it is for a Golden Wildfire or Scarlet Blaze if you don't recruit Violet. So either way, funny how that ended up being the better route again. Although people have a lot of bad things to say about Azure Gleam once you hit the second half, especially the midpoints, because I've got thoughts on that, and if I'm lucky, this video will be, well, my full-blown review will be out by the time that this video is out, although it'll depend on the timing of all of that, but I have a lot to say on that, because I subjectively understand why, well, I can understand on a subjective level why people aren't a fan of Azure Gleam, but, I think it holds up better than people give it credit for, so, on a writing standpoint anyway. On a thematic standpoint, say what you will. On a subjective standpoint, say what you will. On a writing standpoint, I think it holds up better than people give it credit for, but I'll have more to say on that later.
Our task may be unfinished, but we've made quite the dent, and that's something to celebrate. I can't count the number of times you pulled me out of the fire, or just listened patiently as I complained about one annoying thing or the other. So if I haven't properly said it before, I want to say it now. Thank you. Thank you for everything. The future is always a blank page, but I hope you'll stick around to help me write it. What do you say?
Alright, so we've heard that one from Golden Wildfire before, and given Claude's more outwardly lackadaisical attitude, yep, makes sense.
I stand defeated.
And this one's amusing in general, so we'll just replay it.
You have finally wrested the truth from my cold, pale hands. Against all odds and reasons, your skill and spirit proved enough to win my trust in the end. And while it goes without saying that the Imperial Army needs you, did you know I need you as well? So, please accept all of my gratitude and admiration for never betraying our faith, even though I oft betrayed yours.
Again, makes sense given what we know. Makes sense given what we saw on the route, given that we were constantly there when we needed to be, so, yep, good stuff.
I can only imagine how shocked and honored you are to receive a letter from Ferdinand von Eyre himself. Well, unslack your jaw for a moment, because I have an even grander surprise for you.
Oh boy.
A confession. You have won my adoration, and I now stand wrapped before the power of your strength and character. May our partnership last now and forever. For if it does, the Empire's strength and prosperity will be assured for all time.
Rest in peace, Billy Clements, you friggin' legend. That's all that needs to be said.
So much has happened. I can hardly remember how we got here. Honestly, the first time I saw you, I thought you'd be just another passing stranger. But the fact that we've made it this far gives me hope our relationship will carry on through the years. And one day, I'll get around to unraveling the mystery behind you. That's a promise.
Alright, so something that's... well, Linhard can be kind to other people when he wants to be, so, yeah, that makes sense, given that, if I remember correctly, the support chains surrounding Shez and Linhard were a matter of, what is this power based on? It's not crest-related, but, Still, it is curious, though, so... eventually prodding his interest in that respect. So, yep, makes sense to me.
Hey, how are you? Me? I'm great, maybe even amazing. You want to know why? It's because I've realized we're unstoppable. All those times we pushed and sweat and bled to be the very best are about to pay off. There's no way we won't win, and if that's not a reason to be happy, I don't know what is. The only question is which of us is going to perform the next great deed. Our epic rivalry continues.
Sounds about right. Although, given the circumstances, well, potential circumstances with Scarlet Blaze, I do wonder about that, but still. We'll see how it plays out. Oh, I guess we won't, but yep, that makes sense. Caspar would be more focused on the rivalry aspect than anything else, so yep, good stuff.
So, thanks for everything. I mean it. I really appreciate everything you've done for me. The others tried to push me to be better, and I know that came from a place of kindness. But you're the one who actually came through for me, so I wanted you to know that. Just promise to check in on me now and then, okay? I'm going to do great things. Once I figure out how to do average things. It's a process, you know?
Yep, pretty much what you'd expect. Good stuff.
Well, we've certainly seen a lot, haven't we? So many wounded, so many dead. We could have easily been among them. But we survived. By cutting down countless foes and with the protection of our friends, we made it. So I choose to believe in this fate. The only question now is, do you feel for me the same as I do for you?
Oh boy. Well, given Dorothea, given what her eventual aspirations are, that makes sense. Also, the person who made this put a comment down below that English isn't his, hers, whatever, native language. So, I think that's why it's Faith here instead of what I think I heard Fate, but never mind that. You know what? You put in the work when I wasn't willing to. I'm not going to complain, Fast, however you pronounce her name. Link in the description.
Once the Empire is claiming victory, I intend to be returning home to Bridget. I was hoping you would accompany me. Have you given this any more thinking? You are a fierce warrior, a reliable friend, and a dear companion most of all. I am wishing for us to be together until the end. I hope you have understanding of this.
I'm trying to remember what her support chain entailed, and I'm coming up blank right now, unfortunately. I can't quite recall if that makes sense given what was present there. I'll have to go compile those later and see if I can figure that, well, remind myself of that. Then again, I can always just go back into the support log as well, because they allow you to view quite a lot. It'll be very easy for me to make my review as a result of that. Either way, next up I think is the Simp.
I'm finally starting to feel like the future Her Majesty envisioned is within reach. And I know you're the reason why. I used to be jealous of the relationship the two of you had. You were always just so close to her, you know? But those days are in the past. Now you mean maybe half as much to me as she does. Hey, that's not bad. Take it or leave it, I say.
Why are you like this?
You're lucky you arrived. You have become indispensable, not just to His Majesty, but to me as well. When the war ends, you must choose your next path. But should you see a place for me in that future, I will gladly walk by your side.
Well, I suspect that the only way that would happen is if Shez continued to work for the kingdom, but then again, given Dimitri, I don't see why he wouldn't.
I'm not big on sentimentality.
We know.
I guess it can't hurt just this once. You either say what you feel or die wishing you had, so let's get this over with. You make me strong. You challenge me to be better, and convince me I'm capable of more. So in this final battle, let's claim both victory and a brighter future. And let's do it together.
Yep, we've heard that one before, so let's move on.
I know we had our moments, but I still couldn't be happier to call you a friend. That's cliché, I guess, but it's also honest. No matter how hopeless the battle, I'll face it with courage so long as you're there with me. You're a good friend, and I hope you stay that way for the rest of my days.
Alrighty then, relatively straightforward, given Ash, which, yep, good stuff. I feel like I'm going to be saying that for a lot of this, because a lot of it is relatively straightforward given that they've only got a few sentences to work with, so it's somewhat to be expected.
The war's been long. The good times we spent together have flown past like a cool summer breeze.
I wondered if the time to tell you this was after the fighting was done, but I would rather say a thing too early than beg off and have it be too late. But even if your restless feet take you elsewhere, I have full faith that you and I will meet again. Just know that you will always have a home here in Fargus, as well as old friends ready to greet you.
Yeah, that makes... Yep. Nothing to say to that one. Good stuff. Okay, I should stop saying that. It's gonna be overly repetitive if I keep saying that. Stop being good, damn it.
I can't even count the times I was able to continue on because of you. War takes and takes and takes. It is a selfish beast with endless hunger. But you give. Whether you were inviting me to tea or watching my back in battle, my mind is full of the most precious memories of our time together. I hope we can make many more once the war is over.
Yeah, her focus would be on the future, so... And on trying to get through it in one piece, so... And making sure that everybody else is the same, so yep, that's in character.
Thanks for always being there for me. You know exactly how to cheer a girl up, and I really appreciate that. And that's saying something considering the slog of a war and all the pain we faced along the way. But you made it possible for me to keep going. I don't think anyone else could have done that. Anyway, I'm rambling, so just don't be a stranger. Promise me, okay?
Are you sure you really want Shez to be around given what he did to your song, though? I just finished going through that support chain, well, going through that first support conversation as part of editing for this. Shows you how long it's been, because I'm fully expecting it to take probably the entirety of 2023 to get all this up, so we'll see if it ends up actually taking that long or if it'll end up taking even longer. I suppose time will tell. For now, yep, good stuff.
There are so many things I want to tell you. I hardly know where to begin. The world has changed so fast, and at times I was ready to let those winds carry me off. But you were always just a step away. A constant, tethering us firmly to the earth. I'm grateful for that. And I know the others are as well. So no matter where the winds of fate may take you, I know our hearts will always be connected.
Given what was discussed in their support chain of that mercenary who ended up being connected to Galatea? Yep, makes sense. I do wonder if there's something more to the implication there, but then again, it's hard to know given that Shez can be male or female.
At last, the end is in sight. And I face it proudly, knowing we fought for this moment together. You have been a bedrock of support to me and the others, and I cannot thank you enough. But as this war seems likely to continue for a little while longer, I would ask you not to be reckless. For the kingdom, and for me, there are none who could ever hope to fill your place.
Yep, alrighty, so... Yep, Reed being a good judge of character as per usual. Nice.
I've got fingers and toes crossed that this stupid war is about to end. But who can really say? At least we're better off now than when we started. Our army is so lucky to have you. Thanks for crushing it out there. You can keep me safe any day of the week.
I feel like Holst might have something to say to that, but okay then.
Soon this war will end, and we will have achieved all we set out to do. It was not by the strength of a ruler alone that we prevailed. Rather, it was because you and I and everyone else risked all to see it through. This mighty achievement belongs to each and every one of us. It was my pride and my privilege to share the battlefield with you. May our fellowship continue in whatever is to come, in this world or the next.
Alright, so keeping the broader picture in mind, yep, that's in character.
I'm no expert, but if we win here, the war is over, right? That's how it works? Anyway, I sure hope that's the case, because then all of our hard work was worth it. Even the little bits that I managed to do. Oh, but don't worry. I know you did 10 times what anyone else did. I was watching the whole time. Anyway, let's make sure we stay friends. Oh, and training buddies. Speaking of which, if you have any free time right now, I'm ready to go.
Yep, again, in character. Again, very much in character, just more the laid-back soul who's just happy to be there and happy to contribute however he can.
Can you believe what we've done? I start shaking every time I think about it. We changed the entire course of Fodlan's history. That's amazing. And it was all because of you. Well, I suppose the battle isn't quite over yet. So let's make sure to do our best out there.
We may find...
Oh, that was quick. Then again, well, Ignatz would be more focused on the moment more so than anything else, so yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. A little, well, short and sweet then. Nice and short. Leaves more time for drinking, right?
Finally be able to turn the page on this war. That's not to say all our problems have been solved, but at least there's a glimmer of hope now. And we have you to thank for that. However, there's plenty of work yet to be done. So I hope you don't mind if I keep leaning on you for as long as life allows me.
Well, a large part of her support chains are learning how to rely on, well, trust in others and learn to lean on people, so yep. Character growth showcased in that. Good.
It gladdens me beyond words to see your accomplishments in this war, and to know you made it through unscathed. History will judge whether or not our actions were right. But no matter the case, you've given me the courage to face the future anew. Thank you for everything. And please stay in touch.
Yep. Relatively modest, that makes sense to me. Alrighty.
We really are a force to be reckoned with, aren't we? I mean, we actually managed to hack our way through all that carnage and come out alive. Still, when I look at you, I realize just how far I have to go before I can be considered a great mercenary. You've shown me that I'll have to keep working hard if I ever hope to surpass Captain Gerald. But if you stick with me, I won't let you down. Because with you, I don't have any limits.
Of course you have to mention Gerald in there somewhere. I was just talking with a friend about this game, actually. He had things to say about you that were, well, it was just a matter of, yeah, okay, can you stop talking about Gerald now? Although that is most people's problem with you, to be fair.
All the things Fodlan has taken for granted are about to be flipped on their head. This is likely the biggest revolution in our history. We will be the architects of a new age. Just thinking about it fills me with pride. And you should be proud too. Your exploits are the seeds of history that eventually blossom into legend. The world to come will need a person with your strength. And I can't wait to see what you accomplish.
Yep, we've heard that one before, so pretty much on point for what I remember, so yeah. Moving on, it looks like the Ashen Wolves are next.
Yes, it's completely out of character for me to pen a letter like this.
But we have to because gameplay conceit.
Consider this an exception.
Oh boy.
We've been through all kinds of horror. But with that all said and done, I can finally admit that fighting with you was a good experience. There's a saying, something about handing out thanks and sorries while the handing's still good. So I guess I'm just putting that into practice. Anyway, it looks like this is farewell for a bit. I hope we meet again. But only if you're prepared to spend the rest of your days with me.
Of course you'd be possessive. Ah well, we'll see how it plays out. Well, no we can't. Damn it! Why can't we see proper resolutions, damn it?
Well, nuts. Here we are at the end of it all. And I still can't repay the money I owe you.
Wait, you owe Shez money too?
Busy before the war ends and no one needs to hire mercenaries anymore. Anyway, if I come up short, I hope you don't mind my working it off the old-fashioned way. Yep, use me as you see fit. Tell me who to wreck, and I'll wreck him. Or even just have me muck out a stable or two. That's how much you mean to me.
Huh. Why couldn't you have offered this in other routes? Oh well, to be fair. Marriage is on the table when you're on the Three Houses timeline, though. Never mind that.
Fortune smiles upon you this day.
Oh,
I have taken notice of your prowess during the war.
Uh-huh.
Oh yes, Constance has been watching.
Uh-huh.
And as a result, I intend to honor you with the chance to perform an even more splendid deed.
I don't like you.
You will join me in restoring House Nouvelle to glory. It shall be done. Are we clear? Excellent.
I don't like you. I don't like you.
You needn't pay any heed to the...
Wait a minute, there's a version of this where it's... Huh. What kind of shift is this? What causes the difference here, I wonder?
Scribblings of a subhuman vermin such as myself. Of that, I am woefully aware.
Now I'm just
But
confused.
mayhap one day, you will see fit to grace me with a gentle smile. And should that ever come to pass, I might find the impudence to tell you of the deep feelings that cling shamelessly to the innermost recesses of my heart.
Okay, calm down.
You welcomed me into your life.
Calm
all
down.
of me, without prejudice. And because of that, I am saved.
Okay, calm down. I still don't like you.
I never dreamed I'd be putting my feelings for you down on paper like this. Don't get me wrong, I'll do it. It's just a bit embarrassing is all. So, thanks for all the help you've given me. You were a true friend. Oh, and of course there's that whole bit where you saved my life. People like you give people like me the courage to face life and keep going.
Huh. Ending it there, huh? Okay then. Still, Happy's not one to mince words or drag things out, so yep, I guess it ends there.
I see a great light in our future. For this victory will shift the state of affairs in all Fodlan. It was your diligence that brought us to this moment, so let me take this opportunity to thank you. And let me also apologize for failing to give you my trust from the outset. Will you continue to lend us strength? I have need of it, as will Fodlan in the age to come.
Yep, very straightforward, very simple. Yep, that said it. Oh, of course a timer goes off while I'm doing this. Give me a second.
If this victory means we are nearing the end of war, then I am glad for it. I have had my fill of a world where people insist on hurting each other. But I would ask you this. Stay with us. Please, stay with us and help restore peace to this land. With you, I know that dream is within reach.
Alright, so very much focused on the future and trying to avoid all this, given what we've seen of your characterization in this timeline. Yep, that makes sense.
Fodlan is in the midst of a sea change. And though it came about by our hands, I don't have the slightest idea what will become of us all. I should be worried, panicked, but I'm not, because I have you.
Oh boy.
So do me a favor and stay close, all right?
Oh boy.
And when I say close, I mean really close.
Oh, stop it. Please stop.
You are a puzzle. The stench of maggots surrounds you, but it was never unpleasant. I even grew to like it. I doubt we'll ever cross paths again once the war is done. But I'll never give you over to the demon inside me. I swear it.
I have questions.
It's strange how quickly time flies when you're not looking. One moment you're knee-deep in battle, and the next, the war is almost over. Not that I mean to sway you, but what are you planning to do next? So long as you choose a path you can be proud of, I'll always be in your corner. Of course, there's a big part of me that will miss you. But if you love something, you set it free, right?
That's one way to look at it, I suppose. Interesting that you use the word love, though. That has a lot of connotations to it. And again, well, guess it depends on your perspective. Although I'd be curious to know if you'd react the same way if our path led us into conflict with the church, because then again, this is presumably the march on Enbar if it's coming from anyone on the kingdom side, because that's probably where the war would definitively end, because with Garreg Mach being claimed, it's a major victory, but there's still some lingering elements that would remain. But still, it would be relatively straightforward to claim the rest of Enbar at this, well, to claim Enbar at this point, and any letter that would happen would likely be right before that, so. This is before Claude tries to throw any upheaval into the mix with his own reforms.
This war was well fought, for you and me both. Is everything settled? No. But we're near the end.
And that's when a mercenary starts thinking about what comes next. Will you keep fighting for the hand that feeds you, or do you have other plans? You don't have to tell me. I'm fine with that. But I'll be watching to see what you do all the same.
Alright, relatively straightforward.
These last few months have been one wild ride, and more fun than I've had in years, so thanks for that. You never know what tomorrow might bring. That's what it means to be a merc. Yet you and I chose to make this our fight all the same. Still, if things go south for me, I'm trusting you to look out for the kid. Oh, but don't tie yourself in knots over it. You just do your thing, and that's good enough for me.
Given how close the two would end up being by the end of this, that makes sense to me.
It wasn't long ago that people knew me only as the Ashen Demon, and looked at me with dread. But thanks to you, I now find myself surrounded by friends with whom I share a common cause. Was I right to go down this path? I can't say, but I see a glimmer of hope at the end of it. And that's more than enough reason to forge on.
Alright, the last one is the female version of this, so probably relatively the same, well, pretty much the same I suspect. I can always just listen to that to compare voice actors later. Still, that is all then. So, I guess with that in mind, that is where we shall end it. This will be the final video I put up on this channel regarding Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. The end of an era, depending on when these end up getting put out. Because hopefully by the time that this video is out, hopefully I can time it well to where I get my final thoughts out on Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes over on my review channel as well. Because there's two things I'm going to be working on over the next, probably year honestly. One is going to be a mega review of the game over on my review channel. The other's this Let's Play. So, at the time of recording, to date this video, it is Christmas Eve actually, of 2022. So, I have no idea how long it'll take to get to this point. It's been quite the journey already just to play up to this stage. I'm looking forward to seeing what the new year brings, and I'm looking forward to showing all of this off, but, well, hopefully it's been entertaining for you all the while. As for whatever arises over the course of the next few years, I'm looking forward to it. So, hopefully what I have to say on this game will be interesting once that the review is ready, and I look forward to getting all this out and showing it to you, so hopefully it was entertaining. Till next time, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later.